The dynamic rookies, Rafael and Andrew Benintendi, continue to swing big bats and hit big knocks tonight for the Boston Red Sox. Benintendi cracked a solo job, his 17th in the third, and Devers blasted his 5th and 6th home runs, one over the Green Monster in the second, and another solo shot to right in the fourth to tie the game 3-3. But in the end, it wouldn't be enough. Welcome to the Boston Red Sox Newsfeed post-game recap. I'm Joe Danker reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox fell to the Cleveland Indians 7-3 to drop their record to 67-51. The loss shrinks their lead to 4.5 games over the second-place Yankees, who defeated the Mets 4-2 tonight. The Indians improved to 64-52 and increased their lead to 5 games over the second-place Minnesota Twins, who are inactive tonight. Doug Fister took the loss for the Sox, going 4-30, giving up 7 hits and 5 runs while walking 4. His record drops to 2-6, and his earned run average jumps to 5.56. Red Sox pitchers overall issued 6 walks and gave up 2 monster 2-run home runs to Edwin Encarnacion that by themselves were enough to beat the Old Town team tonight. Indian starter Trevor Bauer gets credited with the win, improving his record to 11-8. He struck out 11, walked 2, and scattered 7 hits in 6 2/3 innings. Bauer showed an effective mix of 95 to 96 mile-per-hour fastballs and sharp breaking curves to go along with a changeup and a cut fastball. The mix kept the Sox off balance all night, and they could never get a sustained rally going and were forced to rely on the long ball for runs. Benintendi and Devers provided the power, but with each home run being a solo shot, the run production was held down. In fact, those 3 solo home runs were the only runs the Sox could muster tonight. The only other bright spot was Eduardo Nunez's night. He continues to impress with his new club, going 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Unfortunately, he was caught stealing one time and was left stranded the other 2 times on base. The scoring began in the second inning when Fister loaded the bases with only 1 out. Indians catcher Roberto Perez drove in 1 run with a single up the middle, followed by a 2-run single off the bat of shortstop Francisco Lindor to make it 3-0 Tribe. The Sox would battle back in the bottom of the second as Rafael Devers lifted his first home run over the Green Monster to cut the Indians' lead to 3-1. Then in the bottom of the third, Andrew Benintendi ripped a home run to bring the Sox within a run, 3-2. In the top of the fourth, Fister had his only 1-2-3 inning and was promptly rewarded when Devers came up to the plate in the bottom half of the inning. He took a ball that nearly scraped the dirt in front of home plate and golfed it over the right field fence for his second home run of the game and the 6th of his so far very short major league career. We had a new ball game, all tied up 3-3 going into the 5th. However, Edwin Encarnacion would blast the first of his 2 home runs in the top of the 5th with a moonshot that cleared the Green Monster and possibly the Boston city limits to boot. That made it 5-3, and Fister's time was just about up. He'd thrown an inefficient 91 pitches to this point and proceeded to issue a walk to Jay Bruce, Fister's 4th walk of the game. It would be his last, as manager John Farrell lifted him for reliever Fernando Abad. The Sox would do little in their half of the inning, and they went into the 6th down 5-3. But not for long. After a 2-out error by Devers allowed Jose Ramirez to reach base, Farrell decided to yank Abad in favor of righty Heath Hembry, who promptly gave up another 2-run jack to Encarnacion that made it 7-3. In the bottom of the 6th, the Sox would threaten when Mitch Moreland doubled off the wall and Xander Bogaerts walked that put 2 men on for Brock Holt. But Holt failed to bring anyone home as he struck out looking on a heater across the inside corner of the plate. That would be the closest the Red Sox would get to making this a game again, as the Indians used their bullpen to shut down the Boston attack the rest of the way. In the bottom of the 8th, the Sox would get 2 men on when Mookie Betts reached first base on a throwing error, and Xander Bogaerts struck out, but the ball got away from Indians catcher Perez, allowing Xander to get to first base. Then with 2 on and 2 down, with his team down by 4 runs, Brock Holt softly grounded out to first to end the inning. There would be no 9th inning heroics and no comeback tonight. The Red Sox next host the St. Louis Cardinals in an interleague matchup Tuesday night with first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Please visit CLNS for Lauren Campbell's pregame notes before tomorrow's game. This has been Joe Danker for CLNS.